All right, this is a great day. Good times. I found a trailhead into the wilderness, and there's flowing water. There's been no flowing water up this canyon for the last 5 miles. I was getting a little nervous, but I just kind of kept thinking, yeah, there's water up there. I rode up a kind of a gnarly wash up this little side canyon, locked the bike up here. I took all the non-essential stuff out of my pack to lighten it up, and I'm going into backpacking mode. I'm really excited. Here I am in the Arc Dome Wilderness. It's really a treat to have all these pine trees back here. When you're driving down these highways, everything just looks barren. You might see a few pine trees, but these are kind of tucked in a canyon up high. My guess is I'm pushing 8,000 feet. Here is a remnant. Well, I guess there's some fencing around, and I just bet this was some camp for a sheep herder. All right, here is this was my destination generally, because the trail goes this way, but the main water flow comes from this way. There was a rough trail. I followed a little bit and saw a bear sign. I knew there were bears back here. It was just prime bear country. And I'm going to start with that. I'm just going to go follow this ad hoc trail into the bear zone, which pretty much anywhere back here is bear zone. But I like the thought that I can be close to the water, maybe clean some clothes, clean myself up. This is my zone, just farther up from that cutoff in the creek, which is right here. And I have a direct access to it over here. There's a path. I think that cattle have made pathways, and perhaps hunters. I'm gonna wash some clothes. So glad I got this water access. Got the bag hanging so that, you know, if there's any breeze or anything, it'll kind of stick out if any friends come by at night. Yeah, this is it. 2.5 miles into the Arc Dome Wilderness. And it's warm. but that's okay. It means it won't be so cold tonight. Oh my God, this hummingbird, he just came up and flying around licking my handkerchief. It must be kind of sweet or flavored with the soap. He sat right there, and was flying around. It's amazing how close he got. It's like he I was talking to him. Amazing, this cleared path through here. And so, yeah, this was great. Cleaned up, cleaned my clothes. Feels super. This is the morning of day 5, and probably I'll stop counting the days one of these days. I wanted to show some of the things I do to stay kind of clean and fresh, because I haven't had a shower since leaving. Of course, I have the hand sanitizer, which hands, personal areas, keep clean with that. I also use it to sanitize my cup if I use my cup for dipping into water that I can't get any other way. Next, I have baby powder, which I'll even put in my boots. Mostly the private areas, keep them dry and fresh smelling. I have one hanky that I use with a bar of soap. I brought a bar of soap here on my adventure to clean up, like when I have a nice private water source and camp area. I can clean all my stuff. I just cleaned a pair of underwear and another hanky. But this I use with the soap on my body, mostly just my body only, so there's no grease or food or anything like that on this. It's also a backup hanky. That's what I do to stay fresh and clean out here. Okay, climbing up this canyon, and I'm seeing the ridge tops. My guess is 3/4 of a mile or maybe a mile more. Real nice back here, real quiet. I've just had introspective breaks along the way. You know, your whole life, existence, family members, and interactions and things like that. It was a nice getaway back here. It might even be the best backpacking excursion I find. Well, I crested this ridge top, and this hike was real steep. I can see way down there the cottonwood trees where I started at, up this valley, and it was switching all up this. Very difficult, very demanding. It's like probably 2,000 feet in 2.5 miles. But the views are spectacular. It's worth every ounce of energy spent. And it's breezy, chilly. And the trail continues. And Might be a foolish gambit up here to camp, but I'm looking for some cover, some tree cover. Something, you know, there might be something up in there. You can see trees up there in these pockets, like something with a little windbreak and sun cover. Well, I found a spot. This actually is a man-made spot. And there's just like this strip of trees going down the slope. This is the crest. And the tent barely fit in here. This was just about the only option. And other than that, it's like this little spot here, rounded out, is a sleeping spot for a big animal. Big enough to make a poop this big. It's got to be bighorn sheep, and the size of those poop piles, probably buck, male, bighorn sheep. And so, a great sunblock, not necessarily a great wind block, a little bit here. I'm gonna go for it. Got no choice. Water consumption was like 3/4 of a liter. Surprisingly, I'm thirsty, I'm parched. Right now I'm gonna have some golden tonic. This is turmeric tea, and it's gonna be exactly what I need. This is the view from my bedroom. Astounding. I'm so glad I got up here. It could be as much as 9,000 feet, 9,500 feet. This is the canyon I drove up. Yeah, pretty amazing up here. It really makes me want to try and push into this a little farther. The problem is water. I mean, there's still patches of snow here and there. Not many, and you just have to take a chance that there's some on the other side. There is water back there, what I remember from the map, but you have to drop down into a canyon. Just probably something like this. Real awesome. And this canyon here is where the creek goes down that I was camped next to last night. I can see the cottonwoods down there. Over there is a sliver of mountain aspen going up that creek. It's pretty cool. Wonder how far up that creek goes. Yeah, I'm glad I came over here. Just a 15-minute walk. And there is a definite drop down into this canyon, and you go up this way, and I think there's a hiking trail to Peavine Mountain going this way. So there's another opportunity or two up here without going down. This is a magnificent place to be, I swear. Morning time. I've been up quite a while. I'm gonna bail down today. And I also was thinking about these bighorn sheep. You know, they're up here because they don't want to see us. And also, the only way I would see some bighorn sheep would be if I surprised them. I really don't want to do that. So we're going to bail down. I've got a good plan for the rest of my time until I get my package on Monday. Today is Saturday. Actually, Monday the post office is closed, so it'll have to be Tuesday. I'm hoping to find a room in Austin and kind of charge up. Okay, great time up here. It was pretty darn windy. Just that back wall was banging. It was like the wind was coming from this way. Wasn't that awfully cold. I had my army layers on, which did the trick. Okay. Yeah, kind of a crazy interval since I left camp. I said when the sun hits my tent, I'm gonna start packing. And no more than a quarter mile away, I could see thunderheads on the distant mountains. And I turn around and I see it's building behind me. And now there's some thunder up top there. And I'll tell you, I'm glad I'm not staying up there. I'm back down at the trailhead. I boogied down about 5 miles with a good pace. Set my tent up straight away. And the creek is over here. And I went up and got the bike. Started right up. No, I don't think I have to worry about a thing.